My name is Dylan CineMasai Green, and welcome to the Real Notes podcast. I speak with rappers, producers, journalists, and other hip-hop adjacent figures about their relationship with movies, and, if at all, film inspires their craft. My guest this week is Oakland rapper-producer Demahjiae. We spoke about Spider-Man Brand New Day, Kickin It Old School, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, growing up in church and gaining a love for music, his first studio sessions, trauma in music, his relationships with Ovrkast, ALLBLACK, and 1100 himself, ghostwriting, love across the hip-hop spectrum in the Bay Area community, and the creative process behind his latest album, YAE. Come fuck with us. Six Flags in Jersey. It's called Great Adventure. It's the second biggest individual theme park on the whole planet. That
what? Nah,
like,
you're lying. Nah, you're lying. You're lying.
I'm so dead ass, bro. Like
drop a flick, bro.
I'm gonna have to find one, but I looked it up, and apparently it's the second biggest theme park.
In the world?
I lied. Not on the planet. In
I was
America.
about to say.
In America.
Okay.
My fault.
I was about to say, because in the world, it's some crazy spots over in Asia and different.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, for real, I got to get back to Jersey. Yeah, I've only been to Jersey like one time in my life.
Oh man, what for? Yeah. What part? You remember what part you were in?
I don't. I remember me and my best friend was in New York, and we was going to see some crazy like thrift shop / like hip hop hub. He was like, I didn't even know we were in Jersey when we got off the train or wherever we was.
Oh, I know exactly where you went. You went to fucking Top Shelf Premium. That's exactly.
Yeah, it was at Top Shelf. Yeah.
It was in Hoboken. I lived 20 minutes from where that spot used to be.
That's so fire. Bro, I thought we were still in New York. Like, I'm like, this still looks like New York, kind of, you know? But I felt like a different vibe. Yeah. I fucked with it out there.
Yeah, Hoboken's right on the border in New York. Like, whenever I go into the city from here, if I if I miss the last train home, I usually got to take the path to Hoboken and then like eat a $30-$40 cab, you know. So it's it's preferable that I don't got to do that shit, you know. But
taxis is gonna die one day soon, bro. I ain't gonna lie. We got them bad over here too. I've only taken a cab maybe twice. I can't. It's like $100 venture every time.
It's shit is crazy, and like the ride sharing apps aren't much better anymore either.
Yeah,
you know, like
no, deadass. They getting up there
Uber,
too.
Yeah. No, Uber and Lyft will charge you an arm and a leg for a 15-minute trip. It's crazy.
No, they literally will charge you damn near equivalent not to even be in the car. You could like ship an item. It's like, damn, my box worth more than me? Like, what the fuck? It's like, damn, I'm an object, huh?
Right. I mean, more or less, you know, like, as a consumer, we're all objects, you know, like they're just trying to get us in the spot.
Hold on, we don't want to shut Riverside down. Riverside might. I said, no, we got two smart niggas.
Yo. Damn, bro. On that note, peace. Welcome to what's cracking, everybody. Welcome back to Real Notes. Like I was saying off camera, beautiful Friday afternoon. I just my sister and I were at Six Flags Great Adventure yesterday. I got my fucking El Toro t-shirt. I've wanted one of these.
Oh damn.
I finally got one. I'm so happy about it.
Fire.
So you know, I'm just recovering from 12 hours of we weren't really baking in the sun because it was pretty overcast. But you know, it was cool. It was a great day. No rain, perfect shit. My name's Dylan Green, CineMasai. Got a lot of names, do a lot of shit all over the place, outside, inside, all sides. I'm with somebody who, when I got an email about this man coming with a new album, I was caught off guard by it in a really beautiful way. Cause we're gonna talk about this later, but like your first big one came out in 2020. You had put out music in between, but you took 5 years to put out a proper like album number 2, and now here you are, less than almost a year. Like the last joint came out today last year, which is crazy.
Ain't that crazy? 1 year anniversary,
So like you're already following it up with album number 3, like just over a year later. just welcome fucking Demahjiae, man. Like
What up?
I'm so happy to. Yeah, I mean, like, first off, thank you so much for being here. Like, thank you, peace to Nia Coates for linking the two of us. Queen,
Good
amazing,
guy.
love her so much. You
Just
know,
got off the
but
phone with her. Good guy. She's a good guy.
yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. But bro, just like, I mean, like, as somebody who's been aware of you for some time, and of course, like, your work with like Sage and Silas, Overcast, and
Yeah.
like, just like, I'm like, I've been aware of what you had going on. So thank you so much
Thanks,
for
bro.
the interest in being here and just like the work you do. Like, your music's been dope forever. So
Thanks, bro. I really appreciated that, bro. I needed that. Definitely on a Friday, looking at the place where I usually write. I needed to hear that. I appreciate it.
wow. So before I get into my movie related questions, you had mentioned that off camera too. Talk to me about this area where you usually write in and like why this is your writing area.
Ah, man. So right now I'm on a field patch of grass near Lake Merritt, kind of by Snow Park area, and there's a about shy of 4 mile long lake that it
Mm-hmm.
is it's pretty from every single angle you come to sit at it, and it's been here as long as I've known. And my mom used to come here when she was a kid. My grandpa used to bring her. Um, yeah, it's just really a really beautiful, calming place. It's had its ups and downs, and there's been a lot of, for lack of better words, a new renaissance of things happening here, and a lot of great energy lately. A lot of good events and running and all these things that I think positively affect the lake, and it'll
Mm.
never have a different place in my heart. Yeah.
How often do you come here to write?
To write, it can vary. There were moments where where somebody couldn't encounter me in another place. Um, but I do find myself still here at least, even if I'm not riding and I'm just riding my bike, maybe 6 times, 5 times a week. But riding, it can be about 3 times a week. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
It's good to have a practice, man, and like
bro,
a practice and a routine, like, and like a specific place to do it in. Like,
bro. It's
that's
it's
crucial.
discipline. Discipline is like you can't buy discipline. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure you can't.
I'm about to say I'm
It's
I'm looking for a subscription right now. Who got it? I'm willing to pay monthly
for what?
for discipline.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
take it.
word. Yeah, no.
He said, "Wait
Yeah,
for what? They got that? Hold up.
get me the premium plan, bro. Fuck it.
No, dead ass. I don't want no light. I don't want no. Give me the
Yeah,
pro.
hilarious.
Yeah,
So okay, I'm gonna ask you the first question I ask everybody who. Oh wait, before I forget, I don't know when it's gonna be out because I'm putting this out pretty soon. But YAE is coming soon. New album. We're gonna talk
yeah,
about it.
man.
It's super dope. Very excited about it. But first question I ask everybody who comes here: what was the last movie or TV show you watched that you had a strong opinion about?
A strong opinion about, or is this like an opinion? So it has to be strong. Like,
Like, it could just be an opinion, like good or bad.
okay,
It doesn't matter. Just like the last thing you saw that really, got something out of you.
okay. I literally just seen Spider Man last night.
Oh, I'm seeing it tomorrow. I'm seeing it tomorrow. You didn't like
It's
it?
good
Oh
though.
shit.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. So it is very much so, for lack of better words, because I'm a movie head, right?
Yeah,
For
yeah,
lack of
yeah.
better words, it is a movie. Like, like it's not
Don't do
bad.
that. Don't do that to me, bro.
Okay,
Oh
but okay.
man.
So I'm thinking of comparing it to other Spider Mans, and I'm a Toby like stan forever,
Yeah, for sure.
and it isn't like far worse than any Toby movie, and it isn't greater than any Toby movie. So it's literally like it's a good movie. Like it's
All
gonna
right.
get you your money's worth for sure. It's a good joint,
Okay. All
but it's
right.
not like
Cool.
oh, You know, it's not gonna get. You know, when Toby put on his black suit, I was like, damn, I might go have to cop me a 3-piece, bro. Like, damn, I said, damn, I be feeling like that. Like, I wanted to get my emo shit going, like get my bangs. Like, he changed me. But nah,
Wow.
Spider Man was really, it was cool. It was cool. I think you'll fuck with
Cool.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I can't remember the last time I was like super. I mean, like I'm somebody who used to go see every MCU movie like in the theater the weekend it
No,
came
dead
out.
ass.
Like I was like super on
Yeah.
it, and I haven't felt as compelled. Like I've seen maybe like one or two of the TV shows all the way through. I think WandaVision and maybe Falcon and the Winter Soldier. All the
You
others, like
watched that?
yeah, because it was.
Okay.
Let me explain. It was
Okay.
early on. It was early on, and I was like, you know what? Let me see where these things are. And Falcon and the Winter Soldier was whatever. The
Okay.
only one I felt compelled to like go back to and actually pick up. I was just talking to somebody. I was talking to my father about this last night. I really
Yeah.
want to watch Wonder Man. I think Wonder Man looks great. I've heard nothing but
Okay.
good things about
Somebody
it.
said that
But
it's really good. A lot of my friends say it's actually like one of their like greater shows out of the things that they've made.
yeah,
I have never
it
watched it.
looks. Yeah, it looks extra dope. I love Yahya Abdul Mateen. I think he's awesome. Like I love him in
He's a
everything he's
great
used.
actor.
Yeah, so I'm a tap in just for him. But like I don't know, like I mean, like the hype around the new Spider-Man movie's been insane. They're saying it's about to open to like damn near $1 billion worldwide this
Yeah.
weekend. Like everybody and their fucking mom is going to see this movie.
No, dead ass.
And you know, it's just been a minute since Marvel's had the zeitgeist like this, and it feels good. You know, I'm like, and it's funny because I wasn't even thinking about it, but I literally booked my ticket for noon tomorrow, like 20 minutes before we hopped on here because I
Oh
was just like, when
damn.
am I going to be able to see? Because
Yeah.
I would go see it tonight, but I got other plans tonight, so
Okay.
I just couldn't fit it in. I just don't want it to. I'm one of those, man. I don't want it to get spoiled, you know. Right. Yeah. I'm a definitely have thoughts tomorrow. You know.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to like I'm gonna get up, go to the movie, and then
Yeah.
like go home and immediately like I'm a car review nigga. So I'm gonna definitely have like a like you know like I do 60-second reviews every time I see like a movie, a big movie.
Yeah.
That's it's just fun. And then we were talking about discipline earlier, like that to me is like a just like that's a thing. Like anytime I see a movie, I get in my car and I like to break down how I feel in like 60 seconds if possible.
Yeah.
It's just like a good exercise just to
No,
be
for
able to
sure.
say like you know just like to figure out like brevity's a soul of wit, like they say, and it's just nice to be able to articulate a thought in a minute or less instead of having to make like a you know like I love long form video, but I'm the type of person who's like how can I finesse this and do it in 60 seconds, like it's just like one flat minute, you know, like
Yeah.
that's fun to me. It's a cool
Yeah.
challenge every time.
I think that not only is that the most like popular content, at least right now, I think that it is the most uh invitable too, you know? Like I could send
Mm,
that 1 minute video to my mom. I could send it to her dad, my grandpa. I could send it to my dad. I could send it to my brother who's like 10. And
yeah.
then I could watch it and we could all have some type of, you know, our own breakdown from it without having my mom scolded me. Oh, this shit too long. I'm not watching
Yeah.
that. Or my little brother, like, bro, I don't know what none of these references is. Or, you know, I think there's a
Mm.
median that comes with having something just digestible, you know?
Definitely, yeah. You know, it's just and it's just fun. You know, like I didn't even
Yeah.
do them for other people at first. I just like to push myself and see how like I could make it work. And you know, like it just helps me. I talk a lot, so it helps me to figure out how to condense and break shit down in ways
Okay.
that you know. It's like I said, like we said, it's a discipline thing. It's just like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
something to train yourself. But you know, I'm gonna have a lot of thoughts. Like as somebody, like I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I've seen all the movies. I've been a Spider-Man fan since I basically my whole life.
Yeah.
So
Who's
I'm
your
amped.
favorite Spider Man though? All right, let's
My
see where
favorite
you at.
Spider-Man. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Ooh, yeah, let's see.
Hmm. I could be super basic and just say Miles because Miles is great. But
Okay. I'm not mad at
but
I'm not mad at that. There's a wrong
but
answer.
oh, I'm so interested to hear the wrong answer. But like just to not be basic, because I once again love Miles, think he's great, love the fact that he exists and exists the way he does. But if I had to pick a favorite Spider, if I
Yeah.
had to pick a that's a really because it's a lot of fucking Spider Man. Um,
Yeah.
like, are we talking like specific people? Are we talking like iterations of different
Let's do
people? Like,
iteration. Let's keep away from the actor because I
wow.
instantly was gonna say if you say Andrew Garfield, it's over with.
Oh
But let's
fuck
just do
no.
like, thank you. All right,
Okay,
we're
nah,
taking
nah,
that
nah,
one
nah,
home. Taking that
nah.
one home.
Okay,
What's your
okay, okay,
favorite
okay, okay.
iteration?
Okay. So we're talking about the actors and not like the comic characters. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
That narrows things down a ton.
but I also
Okay,
want to hear
okay,
your favorite comic character, Spidey,
okay.
and Venom.
So okay, cool. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So we'll do. Okay, so for the movies, I'm gonna keep it Toby.
Okay.
Toby. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's yeah, you know, like
Safe.
for the
That's all you
movies, it would
need.
have to be yeah, it would have to be Toby. And a big part of that is because I don't know, like I grew up reading like the OG Spider-Man comics where he's just like the '60s nerd with the pocket
Yeah.
protector and the vest
Yeah.
and like I remember seeing that first movie for the first time and like being so caught up in it because it really felt like watching the fucking comic because
No, dead.
they nailed the 60s aesthetic so crazy from the dialogue to the costume design, like even like the futuristic tech shit Green Goblin had going on kind of had like a retro futurist aesthetic to
Yeah.
it. Like it was exactly like as somebody who had already read the comics or like a bunch of them at that point, and like I was pretty young, but like it really was like, oh wow, like they put the comic on screen. Like so
Yeah.
it's like like until they give Miles his perfect live action adaptation, like and I mean like I also love, and it's funny because Into the Spider-Verse is my favorite Spider-Man movie.
That
Like
motherfucker going crazy.
it was originally Spider-Man 2, but like
Okay.
Into the Spider-Verse is like maybe one of the best movies I've ever seen. It's
Yeah, I ain't
really
gonna lie. It's
incredible.
actually a near perfect film. If we're
Yeah,
being
man.
honest, like it's
It's
actually a perfect film.
it's pretty incredible. I saw it when it came
Yeah.
out. I saw it live. I have to have seen it at least like 4 or 5 other times. It's great. But yeah, like if we're gonna talk about live action people, Toby's the one. And
Okay.
then in the comics, I really like Spider-Man 2099 a lot. Like, and it's mostly
Okay.
because
I love
it's
his suit.
mostly it's yeah, I was gonna say it's mostly the suit. Like
Yeah.
Miguel as a character is kind of whatever. But I would have to say, but you know, but like as far as the comics go, I love Miles. I think Miles is amazing. And then if we're gonna do Venom, I love
Yeah. What's
Anti
your favorite
Venom.
Venom? You
Anti
love
Venom.
Anti Venom is a good call.
I love Anti Venom.
Okay.
I yeah, you know, I literally got a figure like up on my shelf of Anti Venom. It's a little pop.
What?
It's a little pop vinyl, just some bullshit. But you
Yeah.
know, like
That's fire
it's
though.
yeah.
Shit. What the fuck?
I love Anti Venom. I love the concept of Anti Venom.
Yeah.
I love the fact that his I love the fact that his suit has the inverted colors. It's like all
Yeah.
white with
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
black. It's
No, he's
I
clean.
yeah, he's crazy. He's
My
fucking
favorite
crazy.
my favorite Venom iteration is probably Punisher Venom. What if Punisher was Venom?
Okay,
Um yeah,
I
definitely.
fuck with that.
Like
Yeah. See, I
like
never
I
read
want
that book,
something
but
gritty.
yeah, I never read the book, but I remember like what wasn't it a bunch of people
Yeah, it was a bunch
who
of
got the
people that
Venom syndrome? Yeah, the Venom symbiote. Yeah.
I
But
think Ghost Rider didn't had it. He'd probably be like my fourth or fifth. Who else has had it? I think Gwen Stacy had it.
yeah, she definitely had it.
Yeah, but I definitely fuck with Punisher the most. Like it's just like I think that's what Venom should embody. Is like just like brute force, guns, shooting
Yeah.
shit up, answering questions later, maybe never. Um, and then my favorite Spider Man. It could easily go like a Miles Morales. But I fucked with Ben Riley growing up a lot. I used to just draw
Yeah.
his costume hella, you
Scarlet
know.
Spider. Yeah, classic.
Bro, I used to get a red hoodie and my mom would be mad as fuck a week later because I cut it up. I'm like, And then I had to throw it away. And then the next time I get a red hoodie, I cut it up. She mad. She did that shit
Mm-mm.
twice. She was like, "Bro, I'm not getting you no more red. You're not a blood."
That's hilarious. So, damn.
Yeah,
See, I had almost said Ben Riley, but like, what? Yeah, like I was really trying to go off and pick something out the gate, but
yeah,
I
yeah,
love Ben Riley. Like
yeah.
the Scarlet Spider costume is one of the coolest superhero outfits I've ever seen,
Bro, you
and
can
and
make
it's
that
just because
shit right now,
it's so
clean.
casual. Yeah, it's
It's
so casual,
casual,
so
bro.
clean. I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
And you made me think about this just now. There's a in the Old Man Logan comic, there's like one splash page of a T-Rex that got the Venom symbiote somehow. It's like Wolverine
I
and Hawkeye are
remember
driving through
seeing
the
the
desert,
picture of that.
and then
Wait,
and
who
then yeah,
got it to the T Rex? Wait, what?
I don't remember. I don't know if they explained it, but
Yeah,
like they're just driving through the desert, and there's just like a T Rex that has the Venom symbiote, and it's just this one splash page that just looks crazy. And you don't really
what?
see it besides that, but there it's just kind of like, oh, that's where Venom went.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
that's hella clean. What the fuck?
Just off the aesthetic,
Yeah,
of seeing like a dinosaur with the Venom symbiote. I just thought that shit was hard. You know.
I'm about to say, bro, turned up. He said, you know what, y'all niggas, y'all too smart for me. Let me go prehistoric real quick. You know
He was for real about to stomp them out, and they were driving in Spider Man's car too. Funny enough, so
what?
yeah,
Dang, okay.
everybody go read Old Man Logan. It's a cool
Bro,
book. I
go
like it a
read
ton.
one of the grittiest, if not the grittiest iteration of Wolverine. Bro, don't even go by Wolverine no more. That's how you know
Yeah,
he's in his late stages, just eating shit up. He's not playing. He's killing
yeah,
people. Yeah.
which is crazy
Actually,
because he
that's
didn't
probably
even.
my favorite movie, or a superhero movie. It's probably
Oh yeah,
Logan.
Logan. Right. Yeah, yeah. Logan.
It's like,
Oh yeah, no, Logan was, and it's crazy because Logan has almost nothing to do with the Old Man Logan comic outside of like being Old Man Logan.
yeah,
But but either way, like I honestly think the movie had a better story than the comic did. As much as I like the
yeah.
comic, it's like
Shit made me cry,
and
bro. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah,
I
and
cried, bro. I was like, damn.
yo, they
I was
only
like, all right, for sure.
yo. They could have only done that way with the X-Men team they had. Like you couldn't make a movie like Logan and without like the baggage and the history that comes with like Hugh Jackman and Patrick
Yeah,
Stewart and all like the
yeah,
old people, and like especially when they're just trying to be like, oh yeah, like all the X-Men died,
yeah,
like they're all dead except for Logan and Professor X, and then X-23 shows up and she was super
yeah.
dope. I'm surprised they haven't put her in more of the movies, to be honest, because she was, like
Bro,
her
I was thinking
amazing.
about that the other day. I'm like, bro, she's damn near, I think at least right now, the age that she would be in like all of her usual comics, like
Mm-hmm.
22, 21, 23. And it's like,
Yeah.
bro, people fucked with those comics when they was releasing as well. And it's just Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are looking for like new cast and like trying to branch off and hopefully reset at some point. And you already have like, star-studded roles already filled, kind of, if y'all
Yeah.
invested in them.
Yeah, bro. We've been waiting on Young Avengers for long enough. Just make it fucking happen. I don't know what they're doing, but
Bro, Riverside, don't shut the app down, Riverside. My bad. We just two smart black niggas, man.
come
We just
on, bro. um, I wanna dig a bit more into your viewing history. Speaking of all this shit, Demahjiae, what's the first movie experience you can remember having? It could be at the theater, it could be at your cousin's
oof.
house. Just like the first thing that comes to mind for you.
Okay. There's just I can go to sad route and I go to happy route. I'm gonna just do both really brief.
Let's go. Let's go.
Um I grew up I grew up at my family's daycare. They're like cousins and aunts that ran a daycare and stuff. And my mom used to get, or my family used to get like discounted rates, while my mom did hair growing up. And I went there from maybe like 3 all the way up to like 12. maybe even like 11. So like a really long time to say the least. And I probably was getting watched before that, before I was actually like enrolled and actually there a lot. But there were, I still have till this day like really, really hard issues with sleeping. Like I can't, like I don't get sleep like that. Um, and I used to be scared to go to sleep because of like either nightmares, which are the only type of dreams I have, sadly. But I fuck with them now. Nightmares is like they add like a little bit more depth to me every day. Um, so when it would be nap time at the said daycare, we get all our mats out, the same little nap mats where you like lay on them too long, you got like nets on your cheek, and they like
Mm-hmm.
rolling those out. We just had snack. Everybody's getting to sleep hella quick, and I'm just like looking around like, wow. This is for years too. I'm like, damn, I'm always one of the last, if not the only one that stays up with the kids, through the kids. Um, and since this was family ran, my aunts or my cousins, they'll be like, we watching our scary movie. Like, if you stay up and you at this daycare, we have something on TV that you should not be watching, and it should put you to sleep, or you should be turning away from it and inciting that you get some sleep. But being that I have this little background where I don't like sleep and I can't get sleep, bro, I'm watching just all of the scary movies, whether that be Candyman or Jason or Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
The worst movie I've ever watched in my life. I still am scared to that shit till this day is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So that's probably like,
Oh man, I love that movie so much.
bro, bro, that's a disgusting movie, bro. That's probably like one of the first. That or Candyman.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. No.
that's the bad
Uh,
route. Yeah.
okay. Let's hear the good. Let's
All right.
let's hear the good route. I'm
All right.
curious now.
The good route, good route, good route. I think kindergarten, I was at a school called Maxwell Park, which is actually not too far from the lake. It's probably like a 10-12 minute drive. And I had my kindergarten teacher named Miss Sane. She was like, "Oh, okay, it's field trip time. We're all going to see a reshowing of Finding Nemo, I think. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was either yeah, it was Finding Nemo. So we all went to Grand Lake, which is like right by the lake, and we watched Finding Nemo. And I remember the whole experience of like getting my popcorn, getting my ticket, picking my seat next to like my friends. We talking through the trailers. I
Mm-hmm.
remember like the pre little animation flick that they showed. Like good times. Yeah, that's
That's
probably
fire. Good. Good.
that's my
Good. Good.
6 and my 7.
I like the I like the dichotomy there. You know, it's like
Yeah,
going from being traumatized by killer clowns from outer space
yeah,
to being kind of like just like having that communal experience and like that first or like one of those early movie experiences with something like Finding Nemo, which to me is like a
yeah,
that's like such like a classic. Go to the movies, enjoy this thing. It's like it's got laughs. It's kind of sad sometimes, but it's
bro.
ultimately a cool thing. You know?
Yeah. Now you're gonna walk
Yeah.
out of there like, let me call my dad.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, no, yeah, no, that's a Father's Day movie for sure.
bro.
I don't think, I didn't think about it like that for a long time, but like I rewatched it. It probably had to have been a couple years ago at this point. It's not a movie I watch super often, but like
Yeah,
that's like a Father's Day movie. Like that's like a you
no, for
like you said
sure,
you nailed it. Like I gotta go
bro.
call my dad as soon as
That's a
that's over.
daddy movie, bro. He
Yeah,
was a
so
daddy.
easy,
He's
you
not
know.
even a father. He's a daddy in that movie, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and then it's just like them at the school and shit at the end. Like they went on their
Yeah,
whole adventure. They went to the fucking dentist's office and we're
yeah.
in the fish tank and yeah, I love Finding Nemo. I probably got it somewhere in my DVD shelf. But
Oh,
yeah, good
fire! Do you collect
good
DVDs?
yeah, I got quite a few. I had stopped for a while and then I started going to more thrift stores and they're all over the place. I've
I'm
been
about to
picking
say
up
that's where you really come up at is the thrift, bro. Like I
yeah,
kind of want to
bro.
get into physical media for my movies a lot more. I know that they can just stack up because like all of the
Hmm.
shits that I know I fuck with,
Yeah,
but they gonna delete it offline anyway. So
yeah.
I need to read that.
Hold on to them shits when you can. I'm gonna mention
Yeah,
one that I picked up recently that I love. You ever? I can't believe I found this at the store. You ever seen
yeah.
It's a movie called Crossover. It's got Anthony Mackie in it. It's a basketball movie. It's specifically it's a street ball movie.
No, I
Anthony
think I
Anthony Mackie's in
remember
it.
the poster for that.
Anthony Mackie's in it. Wayne Brady's in it. Wayne Brady, like he runs this like
What?
street
I
ball
do know
tournament
that
shit.
movie. I know that
He
movie. I never
it's
watched it
it's
though.
it's not like a good movie, but
Yeah,
it's a good movie. I like it.
yeah,
It's funny. It's silly. It's enjoyable. You could tell they had like a decent amount of fun making it. It's like excuse me, early Anthony Mackie. Like this had to have been
yeah.
like the late two
She had a
thousands. You
fro.
know, no, he didn't have a fro. Actually, he had
No, he
the
didn't have it yet.
he had the he had the tight fade, like a super tight fade,
Dang.
and it
Okay.
was him and his homie. They played, and yeah, I think like Hot Sauce from And One was in the movie, so like Hot Sauce
Oh,
was doing his
that's
thing in the movie,
fire.
and like it's Anthony
Go.
Mackie and his homie are like on a street ball team, and I think the homie got a scholarship to go play basketball somewhere, but he doesn't want to go play basketball. But Anthony Mackie's got
Yeah.
to convince him to go play basketball because they got to go win some money. Like so much of it reminds me of like they're not the same movie, but I can't think about that one without thinking about You Got Served, just because of like how
Yeah.
You Got Served turned out. But like
Yeah.
I don't know, like it's like so I had seen it because the YouTube channel Prim's Hood Cinema had put me on, and I
On
watched the
fire.
video. It's hilarious, and then I was like, okay, like this is cool. And I found the movie at the thrift store for like $2. Like it's in
Yeah.
its original case, great condition.
Oh,
Like I got it.
fire.
So yeah, I just picked it up and was like, this is it felt right to own it after that. You know,
Yeah.
it's a cool movie.
Bro, hella early 2000s movies were hella coded with, bro, we got to get this contest, bro. We got to win
Yeah.
this prize money and then we cool.
Oh yeah.
Bro, have you
Yeah.
ever watched Kickin' It Old School?
Oh man, it's been years. It's been years,
But you
but
know,
I do remember
bro,
Kicking It Old School. Wow. Wow.
that's a good movie too, bro. That's another good joint.
Wow. Oh my yo, this is yeah, you really just brought me back. This is crazy. I
Bro,
haven't you know, Jamie Kennedy, Bobby Lee,
yeah,
yeah, Vivica A.
yeah,
Fox. I
go get
remember this
that.
movie. I remember this
Go get
movie.
that. That
I
movie
remember
is
this movie.
fucking horrible, but I love it, bro. Me and my brother used to run that back to back to back. Bro, he gets into a fucking coma and wakes up thinking that he's still 11 and he's like 30. And he's like,
Right.
I gotta dance, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody who sees this, but you gotta go watch that, bro.
Yo,
Definitely
I'm
white humor.
incredible. Yo, I remember I don't remember what movie it was before, but I saw the trailer for Kicking It Old School, and they used to like air the trailers on TV all the time. Like
Yeah,
I remember this specifically, and I never saw
yeah.
it. I never saw it.
What?
Or actually,
Bro, you,
no. I'm sorry, my fault. I lied. I did see it. I saw it maybe like a year or two after. I never got to see it in the theater,
okay.
but like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw it.
yeah.
Like I was a kid. I don't remember most of it. I
Yeah, yeah,
remember it
yeah.
existing and being like, oh yeah, but yeah, like it's anyway. Thank you, thank you for taking me
Nah,
back there for a second.
go rewatch that, bro. It aged like fucking oat milk.
Oh shit! All right,
It aged like oat milk. Like it don't stink, but it's still old, you know? It's
that's
definitely
hilarious.
good.
I'm a be a head ass and add that to my fucking letterbox in a minute. That's so funny. So okay,
Yeah.
as you get older and you start to like become more the person you are, and like your taste expands and you know solidifies. I like to think of
Yeah.
this next one as a capital M movie, one that really kind of stopped you and connected with you in an emotional, artistic, or
Yeah.
spiritual way. Just like something that really kind of like was like this is a movie, you know? Like
Yeah. So there's a few routes I can go down, but probably the most like pivotal impact on like my entire life and is damn near still coded in like who I am and my like personality, definitely has to go to Scott Pilgrim.
Mm,
It has to. Edgar Wright is
another
like,
classic.
bro. Edgar Wright is. I dream of just having dinner with him one day. You know,
Oh
um,
man,
bro. He's crazy, bro. I just want to pick at his brain. Um, Definitely Napoleon Dynamite. That's definitely my number one or two. They can switch. They like dance. Um, The Shape of Water was another one where I was like, wow,
mm,
okay. Damn, this is how it feels to like be alive. Okay. Uh Shawshank Redemption definitely definitely was another impact on my life. Probably around like 18. I'm thinking that the movie was new too. That's how like crazy it was for me
wow,
to watch it.
yeah, that movie's timeless too. I
Uh,
love Shawshank. So
Bro, I
good.
could watch that right now, like in reverse, and still have the same impact. Like I love that movie.
Yeah, movie's dope.
Um, yeah, definitely Scott Pilgrim though. It has to be either that or not Napoleon Dynamite for sure.
Man,
Nacho
I
Libre too
wanna
though. That's like my third.
Nacho
You
Libre is a
gotta
good one
throw a
too.
little more
Damn.
dumb in there, you know?
Yeah, come on, man, come on. I wanna. Oh, okay. So I'm happy you brought up Scott Pilgrim because that's a movie that's important
Yeah,
to me too. I remember seeing it in the theater when it
yeah,
first came out, and like
yes.
how big of a deal it was for like just like me and my homies. My fault. Sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to shout out the Real Notes Patreon one time. For as little as $5 a month, you get exclusive goodies like video of every interview, 2-day early access to every interview, an invite to the Real Notes Discord server, exclusive access to the Real Talk Movie Night archive, and early pre-sale links for all live events. If you want to give a little more, you get other exclusives like retro 60-second movie reviews and monthly 90-minute workshops with me, where we can discuss whatever creative questions or projects you might have going on. Head over to patreon.com/realnotes. That's REELNOTES to join right now. I repeat, all videos will only be available on the Patreon. Thanks for listening. Shout out to my patrons. Now let's get back to talking. Other people,
Yeah.
it wasn't a big deal for a ton of people because it didn't do well at the box office at first. Like
Crazy. It was crazy.
it like bombed in like a really bad way, which sucks because it's a great
Yeah.
movie, and I still think a
Yeah.
lot of it. I mean, like of course, like Scott's whole mo aside, like him dating a 17-year-old is obviously wrong and fucked up, and don't do that. But like
Yeah.
all of that stuff aside, like
Yeah.
it's a very good. It's a good movie, a good story, well told, really funny. It looks great. It like like it related video games to real life in a way that I had really never seen in
Yeah.
any way before. Like
I don't think it's
it
ever
was
been done well ever again other than that movie.
right. They nailed it. And they, I mean, like
Yeah.
Brian Lee O'Malley, like and like the thing that really fucked me up is of course like after I saw the movie, of course I went to go read all the books, and
Yeah.
they and the last I think the last like book or maybe the last two books were being written while the movie was being made. So
Yeah.
the movie has like an abridged ending because they just didn't the books weren't done, so they weren't able to
Yeah.
like really flesh it out the way that it needed to be. And like you read the books and it's like, oh, the ending in the book is super dope. A lot of loose ends get tied up. They go to a few different places. You actually get to go
Oh wow.
inside Ramona's, like you get to go inside the pocket dimension where like her back
Yeah.
that's like in her backpack and shit. There's like a lot of stuff that happens in the book that just doesn't happen in the movie. Like we just kind of get to the end. He fights Gideon. He does the Negascott thing, and
Yeah.
then like, oh yeah, everything's fine. I cheated on you both. I'm sorry. Boom, movie's over.
Yeah.
Like once
No,
again,
that
like it
they wrapped it
works.
up.
It works, but you read the books and it's just like, damn, like you just really can't help but think like what could have been.
No, for
And
sure.
like,
I,
yeah, but I love Scott Pilgrim.
yeah.
That movie holds a
I
very
bro,
special place in my heart. It's crazy.
almost got something tatted from it. I didn't know what I wanted, but I'm like, bro, something from Scott Pilgrim has to be tatted on me. Thank God I
Yeah.
didn't. I was like 19, like but like along the lines of what you were just saying, like I feel the exact same way and hold for animes just dear in my heart. I feel Akira did the same thing. Like the
Yeah,
books go way beyond leaps and bounds what the movie was actually able to portray, you know?
yeah,
Because of just, budget and limitations of like hand drawn animation. But like I feel like the movie still gets out a pretty good enough gist for
yeah.
it to be, cultivated, which I feel like Scott Pilgrim still lives on like decades. It's been literally like almost 15, what? I think it came out, what, 2010?
It's been almost 20 years.
It's
We're
been
coming up
almost
on 20
20 years, bro.
years. We're
Ain't
coming up
that
on 20
crazy?
years, bro. It's
Bro.
yeah, and like and like you look back on Scott Pilgrim, like you just look at the cast, like it's all stars. It's so many all
No,
stars.
deadass.
Michael Cera, Anna Kendrick, Aubrey Plaza, Chris Evans, goddamn
Chris Evans was in that mother.
yeah, and
That's
he
so
ate that shit
crazy.
too. He
He
ate that
did
shit too.
his
Great role.
numbers.
Fucking I'm trying to remember other names right now, but it's just hella fucking stars in that movie, like
Yeah,
before they became, well, I mean, Michael Cera was already a star at that point, but like,
yeah.
but like Aubrey Plaza hadn't really broken yet. Brie Larson's the
Brie
lady from
Larson is in there.
yeah, she's his ex,
Coffee
you
lady.
know. Yeah, right. Fucking great movie, man. It's one
Yeah,
I've been meaning to go back to for a while, but I love, just like, as somebody who grew up into a lot of the same shit that Scott was into in that movie, but like just like
for
replace
sure.
like all like the replace all the hard rock shit with rap shit, and I was basically, well, not entirely Scott Pilgrim, but I was like
Yeah.
I very much relate to the fusion going on in Scott Pilgrim.
No, that I
But
literally told my
yeah,
mom like I don't want any shirts or polos that you have for me ever again. I want clean, basic, funny branded t-shirts. Like I was on the hunt for so long for a Sharpie tee, or like I was making shirts out of a blank shirt and writing a big ass 3 on it. I
wow.
remember like, bro, like I was really like I started rocking fucking sweatbands. I'm like, bro, he's me. Like, bro is me. Like I'm him.
That's some other shit, man. I love it. Yeah, like that
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, that movie hit.
Yeah.
That's all I got
That's
left to
it.
say. That movie fucking hit.
I'm on the hunt
Um
for a Blu-ray. I'm on the hunt for only thrifted though. I can't pay over $50.
I
I'm not
feel you.
doing it.
Yeah, nah, like, but you'll find it. You're gonna hit the right store and you're gonna find it. I believe in you.
Yeah.
Let's do the same thing with rap music before we move on to like real, like, deeper music talk. When did music become capital M music for you? Like, not even in terms of you wanting to make it, but just like
Yeah.
being interested in music.
Man, so I mean, I guess super early on, I grew up in church, so I've always been super music coded. My my family owned the church too, so I was able to like have free range with any music equipment in there, which I know we'll get in depth with. But like when we would go on longer drives, me, my mom, and my brother, there was just a constant rotation of like just classic things. And my mom is a big oh my days, I always blank on this lady's name. Let's see, girl on walk after
Oh, Jill
dark.
Scott.
Jill Scott, like, why did I have to sing that? Yeah, so she's a huge Jill Scott fan. Like every CD, every single CD. Like I'm talking about, she had the instrumental. If she wanted to hear just the instrumental of her shit, like she had it.
Wow.
Um, whether that be some D'Angelo. So just like super neo soul, just R&B and hip hop definitely like from her hands got instantly translated to me. And fifth grade going into sixth grade, I remember I found her CD of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Granted,
Mm-hmm.
she's had all of Kanye's other works just again flowing through. the radio when we'd be driving somewhere. But I remember I found that I felt like I was able to like, you know, have my own interaction and it wasn't in the car and I could like choose this next song or repeat the same song 70 different times.
Yeah.
And it definitely woke me up. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy woke me up for sure.
What was it? What I mean, like you and a lot of people, like
Yeah,
that
no, for
album
sure.
that album really cracked a lot of shit open for a lot of people.
Yeah,
What was it specifically about MBDTF that really like had bust for you?
man. So there was, again, this is around the same time that sadly porn was being introduced or had been introduced to me. So
Uh huh.
seeing the cover, I just like instantly grabbed it because I'm like, oh,
Mm,
this is like, I know I'm not supposed to have this. The cover has,
right. And it's
this beautiful
pixelated too.
painting.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to have this. And then I search it up online and I see the actual cover too. But my mom's Mac at the time had the CD slot, so I was able to play it. And then I went on YouTube to search up even further. Um, and it just grounded me. I felt like everything that he was saying was something that I had spoke without saying it. Like there was just I felt even with my music now, like I make things that I hear in my dreams, like they are just like directly translated from what I hear when I dream. Like whether that be just like the sonics, the chords, the screams, whatever. I felt like Kanye kind of translated that to me directly and like kind of reassured me that one, it's okay to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Two, it can slap. And three, it don't gotta slap if it don't have to. Like it's still your dreams, you know?
Yeah.
So hearing and seeing the visuals for it, like it just blew me away. And hearing Nicki at the time opening it up, like, bro, what the fuck? I'm like, damn, I love Nicki too, at least at this time. Like,
Yeah.
bro, this is yeah, let's just put a big emphasis at on this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just
Yeah.
did a lot. The project did a lot for me in my youthful days.
It's beautiful. I mean, like, yeah, like anybody of a certain age knows where they were when they first heard Monster and that
No,
verse,
dead
and
ass, bro. What,
like between that and like Runaway and like yeah,
bro?
like
Or
that's
or
a yeah,
Devil's New Dress
yeah,
or Devil's Red Dress. I'm butchering the names, but
mm,
dude, it's just it embodied literally everything that I would imagine music should sound like, at least up to that point. From the things that my mom would play, what I would hear as somebody drove past me in Oakland or being at the store. Like it just had everything. Like
yeah,
it's just flawless.
word, yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you. So I mean, just like as like once again as you get older, and like you mentioned a bit of your musical background, like when I mean, like this might seem like a silly or maybe even tricky question depending on how you take it, but when did music become more than just a hobby for you? Like when did you know like I'm making music? Like I'm going to be a rapper,
Mm.
I'm going to be a producer.
So in fourth grade, maybe fifth grade or fourth grade, I went to transferring from my my family's daycare. I ended up starting to go to certain boys and girls clubs, and I went to this boys and girls club not too far from the lake, on High Street, and they had a new music program that was opening up where they built out a studio and all these things that teens, preteens could get into, but not necessarily children. So I think I was 12 at the time, so they was kind of like, can't come in yet. You have to have teen at the end of your age to be able to come in. But
Mm-hmm.
being I had been there maybe 2 or so years, they kind of had like entrusted me with certain things and knew I wasn't one of the terrorizers potentially. Um, so I ended up being able to get under the wing of the music director and coordinator at the Boys and Girls Club, who was also a producer. He was, I don't think he rapped. Um, I remember his name was David. I ran into him some years ago, but I don't think he like really knew who I was. But he used to let me just sit under and watch him. You know, he was working off of Reason at the time. There was just tons of keyboards. There was like a couple of different samplers. He wasn't really a sampler based producer. Uh, but I just remember being infatuated with whenever he plugged up his keyboard, he had like an array of pads at the top and they would just light up whenever you either pressed them or just turned it on.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember him giving me like maybe 30 minutes out of the day sometime where he'd just preload certain drum kits or sounds and he would just let me press them. Like he'd just press play on something and he'd take the drum, solo the drums or mute the drums, and I'd just be able to just literally make noise. Um, and that's probably the turning point for me, at least knowing that I wanted to make something. And it wouldn't really come back to me until high school when I knew that I had a voice and music has like been my foundation along with art.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to rap and find you know, really make my voice, yeah, bigger than what it was.
Word. So
Yeah.
like as you come to that realization and you start to put together like your earlier stuff, like how does like having that experience where you're just kind of playing around with the sampler,
Yeah.
like talk to me about how that eventually developed into the production that you started doing on your own, and then how your experience growing up in church played into that. Like were you doing music stuff in church, or were you just like I just kind of grew up
Yeah.
in the church in like the general sense?
Yeah, it was always the general sense for sure. Like I wasn't
Yeah.
allowed to touch, look at any type of music equipment for like my whole childhood for a long time.
Mm,
But then it grew into an infatuation with, the drums, which was my second instrument. But my first was organ, which I'm like so glad that I didn't like become fixated on the organ. Uh, but it definitely introduced me into, you know, having some type of discipline. My teacher was my grandmother's brother, who was the eldest out of all of them, and he's still with us, thank God.
mm-hmm.
Um, and he used to sit me down next to him on the fucking organ bench, and he'd be like, "All right, turn it on." Bro, and I try to turn it on and get slapped on my hand. He's like, "No, that's wrong." I'm like, "Bro, I don't even know how to fucking do it." Like, all right, I turn it on. I try to turn it on again. Slap. That's wrong. And I'm like, bro, okay, so show me how to do it first. And then I learned that like organs are kind of like a car. You can't just flip the switch. It's not gonna come on. You have to like damn near warm it up. At least the model that we had with a Leslie. Um, and it just really over the next like 2 or 3 months that turned into maybe half a year. It just showed me that there's just so much depth to not just church music or gospel music, but just like music in general. We hadn't even barely gotten into, you know, we hadn't even barely gotten into scales and, being able to properly mix essentially the organ on top with the sliders because of my age. But we ended up, it just showed me a lot. And he pushed me then to go to drums because he ain't want me fucking his organ up. And that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of where I soared for a while, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like once you moved on from there, like when did like sampling and production software come into? Because I mean, like just as
Yeah.
like an aside, real quick, like just re-listening to all these projects and like the stuff you've produced, like, hey, I forgot, I completely spaced that and Such as Life is almost entirely self-produced, and I'm just like listening to these
Yeah,
beats and I'm just like even now, like 6 years later, like this shit sounds like it could have dropped yesterday, bro. Like these beats
thanks,
are
man.
so, yeah, it's just like they're like they're so lush. But I mean, like I'm gonna save that for when I ask specifically about that project. But talk to me
Yeah.
about talk to me about like first kind of embracing production software once you've had this crash course in organ tech and music.
Yeah, so fast forward years and years later, I'm now in my 12th year of high school. I had already been writing a little bit, um, or actually 11th grade summer. I was in summer school at Oakland High, and I ran into what used to be my best friend in 7th grade, Silas, Ovrkast. And we both was fucking up. We had summer school, and he's like, bro, I'm about to go to this continuation school. You should like pull up, bro. Like your grades just as bad as mine. Like we might as well. I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm gonna try it out. Like I'm gonna try to stay at Ohio. Just try to finish at the school I started at. And I was there maybe a month or two, and it just wasn't working. Still, I just had to catch up way too much from ninth and 10th grade. Um, so I ended up being able to transfer to or making my way to Bunch, which isn't too far from Oakland High either. So the commute didn't add too much. But in those 2 months, Silas had enrolled in this program of like maybe two or three other kids that was after school, and it was music production. And we had this amazing instructor and role model named Mr. Holiday. Mr. Holiday is this super thorough, super passionate, super holistic, black, positive role model that just wanted to share his knowledge of production to whoever was willing to sit down for an hour, 2 hours after school. Um, so with Silas being there a month and a half, 2 months, he had already gotten the bare basics and it was already flipping and making shit. And I'd pull up after he's still like insisting through text, like, bro, you gotta come here. Like, there's this class. I'm learning how to make beats. And he sends me a beat that he made. And he's like, bro, this is like one of my first ones. I'm like, bro, what? I'm there. Like, I'm already there. Like, it's okay. Like, I'll be
Mm-hmm.
there soon. And I make my way. I meet Mr. Holiday. The class was now just like me and Silas. And it just like it changed my life for the better. It definitely saved me from what could have been. Um, I picked up all of what Silas had learned from Mr. Holiday, along with continue to add from directly what Mr. Holiday would share with us. And it was just, it felt like like I was able to finally interpret and speak that feeling that Kanye project or any of the Kanye's work or even the music that my mom's car would be in rotation of would I was just able to speak it finally. It was just like the perfect medium. And
Mm-hmm.
it kind of gave me like a new like blank slate to incorporate all of what I've accumulated through the years. Um
Yeah.
yeah, so 12th grade was it for sure.
Wow. So I assume this is around the time, maybe like just before like Ghetto Blessings happened.
Yes. This was 2016 and I believe Ghetto Blessings came out I don't want to say late 2017, maybe 2018.
It says 2018.
Yeah. So I probably finished it 2017 and it came out 2018. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And
Yeah.
just like to go from the stuff you were doing on Ghetto Blessings, like these like 9 tracks on here, and jumping over to And Such Is Life. like re-listening to it in such as life really put me in a I remember so much of what was happening like around that time. Like this, it's kind of like nascent scene that all of y'all were involved in, whether that's like you and Silas and Big
Yeah.
Sifu. You know, like Zero
Yeah.
starting to do his thing in a crazy way around this time. Just kind of like this newer kind of like muffled, crazy like just this strain of rap music is really starting to grab a serious audience now, and you were one of the boats lifted up in that rising tide. Like putting that project together mostly by yourself, like once again, like going into the beats and just like listening to how detailed and like still like kind of like muffled and like I guess
Yeah.
I hate using this phrase now, but like lo-fi, like
Yeah.
it's like we've moved past that, but like
Yeah.
just like you hit that specific sound in such a unique and cool way, and then you caught a bit of a wave. Like
Yeah.
talk to me about putting this project together, and like particularly like the response to the project and like how you feel people took it, and just like
Yeah.
there were like yeah, just like for that to be like your first big project, like talk to me about how it came together and like the response to it.
Yeah. That whole project was, and as I go back and listen to it now, um, on top of the like production, which I would describe is beautifully haphazard,
Mm-hmm.
it was still a patchwork that I would come to make, and really like shielded me away from a lot of fears that I had around that time, you know? And it kind of protected me in a way. I felt like what I was able to get out and write about, or add that extra kick at that certain moment, or relaying it to Zero, my big brother, um, to just get a second ear, a second set of ears, and being reassured. It just like it just helped shape like my decision making at the time, but just who I was. And I haven't thought about it in depth in so long, but it's like a pillar of, in my life. It's
Yeah.
definitely a really big defining moment. But making it is just, it was really me getting a grasp of my fears, confronting them, and either one, living with them or changing them, and not being afraid at all anymore. Like, no matter the song, there was something that I was confronting. And I'm glad that once releasing it, it was so well accepted, because I felt like around that same time, a lot of other people were having that same battle, confronting their fears, or
Mm-hmm.
um, wanting to continue to fight whatever they had, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah.
Cause like to me, like going back and listening to all of your music, and especially the new one, like the new one also kind of deals with confrontation and a lot of
Yeah.
personal stuff. Like it's like it's in a bit of a different context, especially in
Yeah.
like the first portion of the record. But just like once again, like this like this scene and this sound is very much rooted in like digging into your soul and kind of just laying out all this shit and figuring it out, and like not necessarily coming away with answers, but coming
Yeah.
away with like just like more perspective and more strength
Yeah.
to just like make
Yeah.
your way through it. And I think that like that's connected, it's connected with me, and it's connected with so many other people, who are, whether they be other artists or listeners or whatever. And like what was it like to, because like sharing yourself the way you share yourself on like Why the Stars Won't Reach in particular, or like Deborah Shelby or Ironclad.
Yeah.
Like there's like so many of these things here where I'm just like the things you're talking about are so like the average person might take some of these things to their grave,
No, for sure.
and like for you to be as young as you were when that came out and as forward as you were, and for once again for it to kind of garner some like such a big response at the time, like what did that feel like to have those raw thoughts, for lack of a better word, like
Yeah.
impact?
It was uh it was a lot of things for sure. Um I would say that they were mostly positive, like like for most of it, like, but deep down there was still always this eerie feeling where I would kind of yearn for, I don't know, what I would lay in these tracks. It was still super personal to me, right? And I would make this music not necessarily thinking about what somebody would interpret it as or care for it as much as I would or whatever, so be it. Um, and it just was really gratifying to know that one, somebody could be going through the same things as me or already surpass what I've been through. And it helped. It just really helped with really all aspects, whether that be being able to do a lot of these songs on tour and performing in front of people who were just like actually visibly taking in what I'm saying and like being able to have a conversation with somebody after hearing the songs or seeing how it impacted somebody's lives or when it met them. It just that did the most for me. Um but again, it did I could never even imagine where it could have went when I was making it. It
Mm-hmm.
was just me again confronting, battling, and sometimes not even winning, but most of the time winning the battle and sharing it. And it is a true testimony. And I'm really proud of that work for sure.
Yeah, as you should be. And like, and and yeah, like I said before, it's not like you stopped making music, but you went 5 years before putting out like a proper like full length follow up. Like you dropped some
Yeah.
singles, you put out like an EP or two, you
Yeah.
you worked with a bunch of people. Like what it's I appreciate the fact I appreciate it when people feel they can take however much time they need to like work on whatever the next work's going to be, because I
Yeah.
just like people being able to be comfortable and work and do what they got to do. But
Yeah.
like what was going on in those 5 years that you kind of felt the need to sit and let the next one incubate for that long, you know?
Yeah, no, at that time there was a lot of grieving. I had lost a few more family members.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of creating just as much. Uh I was touring and performing a lot. Um and one still growing up. So I definitely came to terms with my artistry in those 5 years and what I felt like was me, opposed to confronting all of these new ideas and things that I'm still learning about myself or traumas. Like in those 5 years, I was able to actually like finally accept whatever it was, you know,
Mm-hmm.
um, while still continuously making new things and exploring and rapping with others and producing for other people. Um, it was a definite extended amount of time to do so, but I think prior to the album to And Such Is Life, I wouldn't work with anybody who wasn't Silas or my other good friend who I was in a rap group with Silas, Kayvon. I wouldn't work with anybody. I just felt like, again, and you could tell through And Such Is Life, music was extremely personal to me, you know?
Yeah.
Um, and I didn't look at it like a way to come up or a way to be monetized or sell. Like
Yep.
it was a form of, it was like a diary to me. It was like, you know, these were, every excerpt was personal. So in those 5 years, I came to terms with that, one, it doesn't have to be that. It can be that and should be that if you want it to be, but it doesn't have to be. Not everybody's in it for the same reasons. And I learned to find the people that are also in the same reasons for it as me, and I clicked with them. And then also continue to make new things as I learn more about myself too, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
shout out to Navy, my brother Sage, Liv, Pink Seafood, Zero,
Yep.
Maxo,
Yep. Shout out to Max,
Mike.
man.
Bro, Maxo's my guy.
Yeah.
Shout out Mike.
Shout out to Mike for sure.
Shout out Redville, Marcus, good
Yep.
guy.
Yep. I just wrote the bio for his
Live.
last album. Yeah. I
Oh,
love Marcus.
fire.
Yeah.
Bro,
Shout out.
he's so genuine.
Yeah.
Jay,
And
Jay
and
Versace.
right, yeah, shout out to Jay. And yeah, Liv too. You mentioned Liv. Love Liv. Shout out to Liv. Gina's awesome.
Yeah, so in those 5 years, I was really just defining my community, I would say, you know,
Hmm.
and seeing what my words could actually be connected with
Yeah.
somebody else who also speaks the same type of language, you know.
Word. And it,
Yeah.
it made me so happy. Like I remember listening to Navy's reprise and hearing him shout
Yeah.
you out at the end.
Yeah.
Why am I forgetting the name? I'm Not a Lot to Fear. Not a Lot to Fear
Yeah,
on
that's
Navy's
my shit.
reprise. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that song. But it's like hearing him say it's like your name, like I know exactly how you feel, brother, and just like y'all, like of course, like y'all's music runs at such a parallel. Um,
Yeah.
just like yeah, just like having, and I mean, like Sage is just like one of the most genuine human beings you're ever gonna meet. He's like
No,
he's
seriously.
just very he's just nice and cares about everybody, wants everybody to be good, and that's like
Yeah.
those are incredible qualities to have. But like like you're here, so like all of this chatter is happening, and you're continuing to like build your community, refine your skills, um, you know, and then you drop what do you hear when you pray,
Hmm.
and of course it's like like sonically it's a bit different, but there's still
Yeah.
like it still sounds like Demahjiae. Like
Yeah.
what just because I always think about this when it comes to like long periods of time between releases, like how did it, like were you scared coming back into this? Like did you think that like people might not come back for you the way they had been there for you when you first dropped? Like
Yeah.
was there any anxiety around that?
I think that there was. It was less along the lines of, would somebody or any of my prior listeners care as much as other works. It was a newfound partnership through Empire that I was most anxious about.
Right.
With the last project, with What Do You Hear When You Pray, it was kind of already cooked to a certain degree, and um, I wasn't necessarily scared of how it would be perceived or received from my already established fan base because one, I feel like every song, every beat that I make, every song that I write, any collaboration that I do, I grow like instantly by the end of it to some degree. And if whomever has liked any of my older work, they will find some appreciation at some point for with anything that I make. Whether it gets to them or not is a different thing. That's the white man. But but I definitely think that what do you hear when you pray was just an extension of things that um I grew up on and things I've always wanted to make and things that I didn't know I could do and was able to do so. And it was a newfound venture with Empire, and I've already been acquainted with them working with acts like Pilo and writing for whether that be like Kaylani or writing for Saweetie. So I've just always been in some type of um, not indirect contact with Empire. And
So you
my
were
A&R.
ghostwriting. You were ghostwriting.
Yeah, I was right. Yeah, man, people be needing that pen work, man. You
Word. Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so people be needing stuff, bro.
That was yeah. Sorry, that was just clarification for me because I had no
Yeah.
idea. Okay, I just didn't
but
know.
even with Pilo, I mean, he doesn't necessarily need a ghostwriter or anything. He definitely is a great artist and rapper, producer. Um, but even a great producer wants to hear from other great producers. So it'll be
Yeah,
me producing, or me and Michael Sneed at his writing camps, or me, Silas, and Sneed at his production camps for the day, or whatever the case is. And we built a rapport, and Pilo's like family.
yeah,
So again, that's already just like a adding on to a positive outlook I had at Empire, along with working directly with Rex Life Raj, who is another great act from Berkeley.
yep.
I don't
Shout
know.
out. He's
Yeah,
awesome.
bro.
Super dope.
He's that's my guy. And he signed with Empire too. So it's just like more and more word of mouth from people that I know and trust and fuck with sonically. That Empire is just a nice place to be. So yeah.
That's
But
dope.
with that album being already cooked and this next one being a part of Empire fully as I make it, it is definitely a different feeling. Yeah.
And there was one thing. It was one of the things. Speaking of Pilo, even though he's only like
Yeah.
kind of related, that I wanted to bring up. I
Yeah.
love how much you work with 1100 himself. Like I
Bro.
think people. So like I think people who aren't. I'm gonna be frank. He was somebody that I wasn't super hip to until I heard Janky K last year, and that was one of my
Okay.
favorite things I heard last year. I thought Janky K was
Yeah.
fucking incredible. I love his style. I love his ear. And then to go back and realize, like, oh shit, like y'all have been working together for a little while already at this point,
Yeah.
and just like having not put two and two together in my head, I was like, I was
Yeah.
especially on the new one and on the last one, like y'all's relationship makes me so happy because the thing like the interesting thing about the East Coast that I think a lot of people don't understand is that like a lot of the different kinds of rappers and kinds of musicians like within that scene, they don't like fully interact with each other all the time. That like most of
Yeah.
them are aware of each other, but there's less like connection and harmony. Like from what I understand, it's not really the case out on the West. So like seeing
Yeah.
somebody like you and like 1100 and Pilo and people like that like working together, it's like supernatural and it happens all the time,
Yeah.
which I think is amazing, and I love that. I wish things were like that a bit more over here and other places, but like I just had to shout out the fact that y'all put in so much work together and like how incredible he sounds on your
Bro.
beats. Like it's a
Bro.
cool, yeah, love it.
He's the first person I ever did music with. I met him
Really?
when I met him
Shit.
at the Boys and Girls Club at that music program, and he was, yeah, and so it came full circle, bro. Yeah, I remember he would come to the Boys and Girls Club with his little janky like MP3 player, MP2 player, and he got a fucking crunchy ass uh a Millie instrumental on loop, and he like, bro, look what I wrote, and he wrote it on like a bag or his little book, bro. And he was rapping back then, and it was fire, and I would be trying to produce. and trying to make shit. Um, but yeah, nah, he's always been super talented, bro, and I'm glad and I'm super happy whenever we work. Like I can't wait to I've been wanting to do a project with him. We had a lot of stuff at one point. I think that we're still trying to find the gray areas out of what else he wants to have on the project. But I can't wait for the next thing for him for sure.
Yes, yeah, no, I'm amped. He's already put out two really dope projects this year, so
Yeah,
I'm in for what like yeah like 1100 and Demahjiae project is
bro.
that's that's top of my radar as soon as that happens. So that's tough.
Bro, I
Um,
got you. Soon,
um,
look, I got you.
let's go. So of course I want to talk about YAE and how this came together and like how it sounds and feels like.
Yeah.
I'm so interested in like the concept kind of running through this, like this is like this idea of like the wish list and just kind of trying to like compartmentalize your your wants, needs, and desires based on what you
Hmm.
feel you deserve versus what you like want and what you think is like holistic and natural. Like yeah, like
Yeah.
that feels like the keystone for this whole project. You know, like
Yeah.
it puts so much of it puts so much of what you had already been doing just in terms of you like exploring yourself and putting yourself out there. It just gives it even more depth and weight in a way I
Yeah.
think is super dope. So like just talk to me about putting this concept together for this project and like what it all means and what it means to
Yeah.
you now that it's like done and ready to be released.
Yeah, bro. Ye is my nickname. I'm finally letting people outside of my family address me as such.
There we
And
go.
it comes, yeah, bro. And it comes from an even earlier version of my nickname, Ye, but I dropped the double, so it's just Ye. But I wanted to circle back around what that name truly means to me and like what I uphold it as and what my family know me as. On top of where I am in accepting where I am in music or what the next like goals and things that I want from my creativity to bring for me. So this project, again, while circling around to my childhood roots and my name and having all of these things that I want as I grow into my 30s, touching 30. I'm unked out, kind of near unked. It's just it's just come full circle. Music, I've noticed with this project that music has come full circle. And it's just a matter of time that it took for me to just accept whatever it was giving me, along with creating and adding to whatever it needs, and what I felt like it needed. And this project really embodies that. It just takes on headfirst the journey that I've been through, whether that be the doubts, the clarity, the ignorance, the the love, the hate in music that I've come to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really a really deep, vast project.
Yeah.
And I can't really describe it as much else, really.
Word.
Yeah.
I wanna focus on I want to focus on three specific songs.
Yeah.
Those being "You're Not Bigger Than the Program," "Hard Headed" with 1100, and "Brotherly
Yeah.
Advice" with All Black. You know, like those
Right.
to me, like those three kind of encompass exactly what you're trying to do here in terms of like
Yeah.
putting yourself out there, but also grounding, you know, like grounding yourself in. The thing that's so interesting about this project is that it really does feel like you defining yourself alongside the outside world as opposed to like the all your other stuff, which does feel extremely like it's so insular. Like it's very
Yeah,
much
yeah,
like
yeah.
this is me, and now it's just like this is me out in the world. Like this is how I
Yeah.
relate. This is where I feel like I am. This is where I feel like I should be. But like those three songs in particular,
Yeah.
Program, Hard Headed, and Brotherly Advice, like those
Yeah.
really kind of get at yeah, just like what yeah, just like talk to me about why or like how those songs came together, what you feel they mean to the project, and how you made these shits slap as hard as you did because they sound great. They
Thanks,
sound
bro.
fucking crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, so starting with the 1100 record, being that it's the one of the oldest out of the three, or if
Mm.
not the oldest out of the three, it comes from again that the sessions that we would have when I was working on potentially our joint album. Um, and it just made sense. He came into the session and he's not I've worked with artists where it's just like, bro, I can't wait for the session to be done. Like, or I can't like wait for them to just choose something and I cut it and it's like, But being that one, he's from where I'm from. Two, he knows a lot of the same things that I do. He's grown up with some of the same tastes, if not all of the same tastes that I do. Or he's gone through some of the same traumas or even more traumas that I have. Um, and he just knows the language, the unspoken language. Uh, so with that joint, I was just playing beats. Keep in mind, I would just be going through stuff, and we'd have the same type of conversation. He's like, I hate. I'm gonna put this in quotation marks. He's a nerd too. Like I remember watching him have a like 2 week, 3 week long stream. Um, array of streams playing Harry Potter. Like, and he did like a bully playthrough.
Yeah.
Like, he's regular, bro. Like a lot of people that I find that I connect with are regular people. And I feel like in sessions, at least the ones that I've been able to witness or be a part of, a lot of the times artists try to stray away from that. And I don't necessarily, in those 5 years, I found that um, the best product that I get is not necessarily staying away from those people, but just trying to break or melt that ice, whatever that is. So in that session for
Yeah.
Hard Headed, we'll just be going through shit. Sometimes he'll pull up and we didn't record anything. He'll just take some beats home or want to write. Or we'd turn on my Xbox 360, which is still at my studio, and we'd play fucking Left 4 Dead 2 or something. Or he'll just go through my little archive I got.
Classic.
Classic game, bro. Or even Left 4 Dead 1 or what's some other shit I got in there? Skyrim. He fucks with Skyrim, Elder Scrolls. Yeah, so that beat came on and he's like, "Oh yeah, I got something right now." He does this thing, and at the time he was really acquainted with a good friend of mine, Triz. Shout out Triz, bro. Triz is great human being, a man of many hats. And it was both of them at the session. He's getting around, he's standing up, walking around. He may smoke a little bit and he's pacing and he's just saying bars out loud. He's not even writing them. It's kind of like some Jay-Z shit. He's just like saying real bars and they'll laugh at one or two. And like every 2 minutes, he's just saying one or two that like are crazy bars. And then maybe 20 minutes of that, maybe 30 minutes of that. Like, all right, let's just record. And he just goes. I'm like, damn, well, I said, well, let me get a little better at getting my notepads together because he just punched up the whole song in less than 10 or 12 minutes. And it just was fire. And it later on, I would add to it and add layers and depths and changes to the beat. But he's always laid, at least with all the songs that we've done together, he's laid a pure and great foundation that I feel that just like All Black and a lot of the artists that I've worked with that are Bay Area rooted or even Oakland rooted, both of them being from Oakland, we all have this way of, I guess, just knowing what needs to be done, doing it, and not necessarily wanting to do extra because extra doesn't get you any extra points. It's just extra,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Um, and both of them are definitely in the same boat with that. Like, Black knocked out his song. He like, bro, this is perfect. Send it to me when it's done. All right, now I'm on my end and I do my version of what I think would be suitable on my end, you know. But yeah, the song with All Black kind of came about the same way. There's a space that Empire lets their artists come to record. They have tons of studios, and all of One Umbrella is usually there a few days out of the week. And I was being there just, just cooking up, seeing who I could chop it up with or see who needs some beats because my computer's endless. And I ended up having a few sessions with YAE a few times. He's an amazing artist too. And even Offset Jim, who is like, he's kind of like family. Come to find out, my mom does his mom's hair and has done it for like 10 or so years.
Wow.
Um, Bro, it's really crazy how like well rooted all of the Oakland artists really are without even knowing. Um, and there was a moment where I was producing and I'm working with their producers. There's a guy named Easy. There's another cat named Brutal, and they're both fire. And I was making some shit. Brutal comes in like, bro, what the fuck is this? I'm like, bro. He said, bro, let's get, bro, Yee has to get on this. I'm like whatever. I mean, whoever wants to get on, they can. I'm not sure. I make beats all day. Like, I make 4 15-minute beats daily. And then Yee comes in. He like, bro, this shit is stupid. Nah, I'm about to get Black to get in on this. Keep in mind, I had never met Black, at least like handshake wise. And he comes
Yeah.
in and he tells me his government name. I didn't even know it was All Black. For real, for real. I was like, hey, bro, nice to meet you. He was like, damn, what is his? Oh, I can't even remember his government name. I know it starts with a D. But he was like, yeah, bro, play something, bro. This is, let me see. And I played one. He was like, and he told me to pause it. He was like, nigga, what the fuck? You ain't make that. I was like, yeah, I did. He was like, how the fuck you make that bitch so fucking open? Like, you ain't do that though. And I was like, yeah, I did. And I played it again. And he was like, nigga, you know what the fuck you just made, nigga? What? He said, go to another one. I played just a random one. And he was like, he said, nigga, who is you, nigga? What? Who? And I was like, bro, my name Demahjiae. Like, we know some of the same people. It's like, no, I know who you is, but like, who is you? Like, in this shit. And I was like, he like asking me like all these mind twisting questions. And I was like, nah, I'll be working with Pilo, and you got a couple of songs written with like one of my best friends, Michael Sneed. He was like, Pilo? I was like, Pilo? Michael Sneed? And I was like, I'm sure you know Pilo and Michael Sneed. He was like, what? Nigga, of course I know Pilo and Michael Sneed. Nigga, them nigga. I'm like, all right, bro. I don't know. He's like a roller coaster. But then he was like, nigga, he said, nigga, give me an open, nigga. Like right now. And I said, you want to open with me on it already? You trying to get gas? You want to open like a full beat? And he was like, oh, man. And he did the same shit again. He was like, oh, man, I
Wow.
don't. He said, nah, nigga, I want one with you on it, nigga. I'm like, all right. So what's craziest is I name all of my tracks in my computer that I've recorded on. I have two brackets at the end with an R on it. So I'm like, anything with that on the end, I know I have some vocals on it. Bro, now I'm like scrambling. I'm like, bro, I don't know what the fuck he would sound crazy on. He'll sound clean. I just know that hopefully anything with an R is slap. And I clicked one of the first ones and it was down. He was like, nigga, load that up. I don't care what it is. Bro, and I played it. He's like, oh, nigga, this perfect. He knocked that shit out in like maybe 25, 20 minutes, bro. I cut him there. And
Wow.
he was like, yeah, like a lot of them are like that though, you know? Once you have that rapport, they have an understanding that you understand them, especially people from Oakland, like it can only work, you know? It can only work.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate both of them
Thousand.
for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and yeah, like those three songs are crazy. You got the crazy verses, you got the crazy beats. Like
Oh,
it's
thanks,
once
man.
again just yeah, just like super dope to see you like expanding the sound, being able to kind of split the difference between like the woozier indie rap stuff and like a bit glossier mainstream stuff. Like it doesn't really sound fully like either one, but you
Yeah.
manage to really go right down the middle and make something that appeals to just about everybody. And like
Yeah.
that's not an easy thing to do. Like it's a skill that you got to develop over a long time that can also be bolstered by like latent talent, which you clearly have. It just
Thanks, gang.
it just makes me so yeah, like it just makes me so happy to see you embodying that specific strain of Cali ingenuity. That's something that I've admired from all the way over here this whole time.
Thanks, man.
And
Thanks, man.
and yeah, bro, like to see it come together as well as it does on this new one. Like I'm, like considering that it's been 6 years since it's been 6 years and since and such is life, and
Hmm.
like a lot's happened, and you've done so much other stuff behind the scenes and by yourself. Like 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 listening to this, it feels like a reintroduction. It's hard for me to not think about it in the same way as something like Silas is While the Iron's Hot. Like they kind of feel like cousin projects to me, just in like the
Yeah.
way they're structured and the way they sound and the way the two of y'all the both of y'all kind of do that specific. Like you're very good at making stuff that can lean in any different direction, as opposed to just being served to like one type of person. So
Yeah.
I just think that's ill. I don't even have like a question or any other insight. I just think
Thanks,
that's super
bro.
ill, and it's tough to. Once again, like I just want people to understand how tough it is to make stuff that can kind of cross these boundaries and barriers and not sound like you're trying too hard, and
Like you
like this just
forcing
sounds
something.
effortless.
Yeah.
So
Thanks, bro. I really appreciate that, dude.
yeah, no, man, it's I'm like I almost wish I had like more time to really like sit down and like there's like so much I
Yeah.
want to break down, but I gotta we might just have to have another conversation at some point.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm
But
down, bro. We
like
can talk. We still gotta
hearing
talk hella movie shit, bro. I'm down.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
There's yeah, like this is just scratching the surface, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm happy to have been connected and that we could like actually get to do this. And I'm excited to. I once again, no idea when this project's coming out. I wasn't given a date, but the fact that we're doing this right
27.
now is cool.
We doing it the 27th, man.
Of August,
Of
cool. Okay,
August. Yeah.
word, cool, perfect. Damn, crazy. Okay, sorry,
Nah,
that
you're
made me
good.
happy.
I had to get acquainted with my homie who's doing the cover. We would have
Yeah,
initially had it done and come out the 20th, but we wanted to execute a different version of the cover.
yeah,
So now it's the 27th. But yeah, you heard
cool.
it here first, man. You heard it with
Let's
Dylan first, man.
come on, man. Let's go. Yeah, no, like this is like like I'm dropping this next week, so like Monday, like y'all will know there's a new Demahjiae album coming,
Yeah.
and it's in just under a month. So get your
Yeah.
get fucking ready. Last
Fire.
question before we formally wrap this, bro. If your life was a movie, what would it be about?
Ah, fuck. Ah, man. I think. just to reference a bunch of different great films and then structure it um writing wise later would be probably easiest for me to formulate.
Yeah,
I think
do that.
it would definitely be shaped through like the same scope of Pursuit of Happiness for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But we ain't gonna do no sadness like Pursuit of Happiness, not at all. Like we would do Pursuit of Happiness shaped in a Scott Pilgrim versus the world type lens. Definitely a lot of comedic hits and cues like Napoleon Dynamite. A very heartfelt and very well paced film like The Shape of Water. And it would have to be written like how Atlanta would be written. Has to. Like something like
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta coded for sure. But um yeah, wait, what else? What was the question again? That's how it would be shaped, though, out of those things, for sure.
Oh yeah, the question was just specifically what would it be? I mean, like that's
What
a
would it
good
be
answer.
about?
The question was just like what would it be
Okay.
about? You don't need to give me like a whole, you don't got to give me like a whole like plot
Okay.
description or nothing. I think
Yeah, chapter one,
that's perfect. That's
act two.
perfect.
Fire. Yeah. Would you go watch that? Would you
Yo,
go
yeah,
watch
but
that?
I mean like, oh yeah, I go watch it. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
watching I'm watching anything that counts The Shape of Water in Atlanta as like equal
Bro,
references
what?
in a thing.
Yeah.
I just I just I just showed my lady Shape of Water for the first time like a week and a half ago. She'd never seen it before. It's
What?
great. I love I
Bro,
love
I
I
seen
love
that
that
in
movie.
theater
It's
on accident, and I was like, bro, I was the only person in the theater. It was me and my ex at the time. I was
wow.
like, bro, I think I just like we both looked at each other and both of our eyes was red as shit. I was like, bro, let's. I'm sorry, man. Let's just do. I'm like, let's just do this. I feel like the fish out of water, bro. Like, it was dope though. It was a beautiful moment.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a great
We
movie.
love
Yeah,
yeah, no, we love a happy accident, and yeah, just anything Guillermo del Toro is gonna do it for me
bro.
for the most part. So
Yeah,
I'm with that.
yeah.
I'm with that.
What's your favorite movie this year so far?
This year so far,
Yeah.
it's between two right now. There's this one I saw called Tuner that came out. I
Okay.
want to say like earlier this year. It's about a guy who's a piano tuner. He's got like incredible
Huh.
hearing, but he uses his hearing to like crack safes for the mob because he needs extra money, and it just
I think I seen the trailer for that.
it was crazy. Go
It's
go see that.
crazy.
It's crazy. It's
What?
like that honestly might be my favorite movie of the year so far. Like that's
Yeah.
I was thinking about that last night. It would either be that or there's this crazy martial arts flick from Hong Kong called The Furious that came out maybe
Okay.
like a month ago.
Oh,
Um,
fire.
it's kind of like in the vein of like The Raid. If you ever seen like the Indonesian movie The
Yeah.
Raid, or like
Yeah.
it's like John Wick, like that kind of like intensity, and
Yeah.
it's just like wall to wall fucking crazy ass fight scenes. The story, the
Really?
stories, the stories, whatever. The dialogue is pretty terrible. Like
Yeah.
whoever dubbed it didn't do a good job dubbing it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because once everything starts to move, that's
Once
all
it's
you
up,
care
it's
about.
up.
Once it's up,
Damn.
it's up. Exactly, bro. So for right now, those are my two favorites. I would say
Okay.
Tuner, and The Furious.
Okay. I'm going, bro, my favorite this year, and it's
Yeah, I
like
gotta hear.
by far. Definitely. And I hate romances, so I went into this shit like, bro, I'm so mad at this first act. Like, I'm about to sit here mad the rest of this movie. And then it just flipped. Bro, I absolutely love the drama, bro.
The drama was cool. I like the
Bro, it's the
drama.
It's the perfect movie. I ain't gonna lie. This year, it definitely took the cake. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely took the cake, bro. But either that and then I've seen Obsession twice. Granted, it's just real feels really fresh. I think that's why I have it at number two. But the drama's definitely number one. Yeah,
I liked Obsession a lot.
yeah.
Obsession was also one of my favorites of the year,
Oh,
but
fire.
but yeah, like the drama and Obsession were both really cool movies. Great first watches. I saw them both
Yeah.
in packed theaters.
Dang, for real?
Yeah. No, I saw Obsession the night it opened, like when
Oh,
everybody was
wow.
like, I need to go see it. So like it
Yeah.
was fun movie.
Dang.
I'm really happy it connected with people. I don't really know that a movie like this would have connected with people 10 years ago. So I'm happy to
I
see
don't
it
think
like
so
really,
either.
really like hit the way it needs to hit.
Yeah.
Good year for movies, bro.
No, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm satisfied so far.
I think we're getting back to a great balance. I
Yeah,
think that Hollywood is being hit in ways that it couldn't count for, and the adjustments that are being made are like only fitted and suited for movies like Obsession, the drama, uh, just all these low budget, great acts, great written stories.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We're in a good spot right now. Like things are changing and mutating and shifting, but like we're in a good spot. At least I feel like we're in a good spot.
Yeah.
But Demahjiae, thank you so much again for reaching out, coming through, doing this. Like, YAE is
Of course,
awesome.
man.
I'm so excited to have it and listen to it and to tell people
Yeah.
that it's coming because it's fucking
Come
coming.
on.
Like be like August 27th, man. Don't sleep.
Thank babe. August 27th, man. Go get that yay, man.
Yeah,
Go get the yay, man.
please.
Thank you for having me, bro. I really appreciate it. I kind of be feeling uh lightweight alone until I call like Nia and we break down a movie or go see something. So please hit me up if you ever want
Yeah,
to
man.
just chop it up about some shit you seen, bro. I would be down.
Easy. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm so in. I sent you my number before. Lock me
It's
in
good.
later.
It's good. I got you.
Yeah, be fire. Great. Thanks for listening. Shout out to y'all for making it this far. And shout out to all the black people listening too, because y'all really impeccable. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell a friend to come through next time. 1.